There's a benefit to raw vegan that almost nobody talks about. And honestly, it changed my life more than the weight loss ever did. Now, when people think about going raw vegan, they think about losing weight. They think about ending chronic health conditions, having more energy. And yes, all of that happened for me. And it was amazing. I lost 55 pounds. I reversed 18 years of chronic back pain and eliminated my lifelong seasonal allergies. But there was something else that happened, something I didn't expect, something that most people don't even talk about when they share their raw vegan journey. So stick with me because in this video, I'm about to share what it is. Plus, I'm going to tell you about three of my clients who experienced this exact same thing, and maybe even people you already follow who discovered this too. And I have a special gift for you at the end. So please stick around until then. Now, this hidden benefit, it actually led me to write a book, start coaching, and completely transform my life beyond just my health. Now, when your body feels good, when you're fueling it with the right foods, when you're aligned with your values, something shifts in your mind. You start thinking clearer, you feel more confident in yourself, and suddenly ideas and creativity just flow. For me, I had always thought about writing a book, always, but I never had the energy, the focus, or honestly, the confidence to do it. But once I went fully raw vegan and my body felt good, aligned with my values, energized and healthy, I finally had the clarity and the drive to sit down and write how I went from sad to glad. It wasn't just about my body anymore. It was about my mind, my creativity, my ability to get things done and follow through on things I'd wanted to do for years. And here's what's really interesting. Think about your favorite influencers that you follow, your favorite YouTubers, or the raw vegans you follow online. A lot of them weren't putting themselves on camera before. They weren't writing books. They weren't creating content or building communities. Something shifted for them. For many of them, it was this exact journey that inspired them to come out of their shell and do things they never thought they'd do. And this isn't just about creative pursuits, because one of my clients is a day trader, and she told me her investment decisions and focus improved dramatically after going raw. This is about everything: your work performance, your confidence in social situations, your ability to pursue dreams that you've had for years. Now, I mentioned earlier one of my clients. Let me tell you about Muriel. Muriel had been vegan for years. She got great physical and healing benefits from going plant based. But then she also had eventually picked up some weight eating processed vegan foods. You know, we've all been there. But after she saw me on an interview on Fruit for Your Life, she came to me wanting to go raw vegan. And yes, when she went raw, she did lose that weight back. But here's what she didn't expect. When Muriel went raw, she started doing things she had never done before. She started creating recipes in her kitchen, not just following them, but creating them, experimenting with raw ingredients, taking beautiful photos of her creations, and she started sharing them in our community. Then she even developed her own Facebook page called Muriel in the Raw. Here's the thing: she'd tell you yourself she wasn't someone who always put herself out there, but she even came on my show, Amazing Transformations, for a full interview on camera sharing her story. And another one of my clients, who happens to be her daughter, Michelle, she also did an interview and even created her own Facebook group, things she never thought she would even do. Muriel became an active admin in our VIP club, encouraging other members. Just like your favorite YouTubers and me, that's what happened when Muriel and Michelle went raw. Not just weight loss or pain relief or health changes, people become a different version of themselves: confident, creative, and able to put themselves out there and inspire others. And as a coach, I don't just encourage you with food. I use a psychology backed coaching that helps you keep that momentum going, to help you set new goals as you transform. Because your journey might start with wanting to lose weight or feel healthier, but it doesn't mean that's where it ends. And let me tell you, it's not even just about people who've been doing this for a while. Let me tell you about Laurie. Laurie just joined our Amazing Transformers community. She's just coming up on 1 month, but she's been flooding her body with raw foods. And already she's creating recipes. She just made a date, coconut, and banana dessert that looked amazing and shared it with our entire community. This is someone who is brand new to raw vegan, but she's already gaining confidence, already getting creative, already doing things she probably didn't think she'd be doing when she first started. And that's how fast this can happen when you give your brain what it needs. Now, I want to talk about why this happens because once you understand the science behind it, you'll see why raw food specifically has this effect on your brain. Your brain is the most energy demanding organ in your body. It uses about 20% of your brain's total energy, even though it's only about 2% of your body weight. And your brain runs on nutrients, specifically B vitamins for neurotransmitter production, antioxidants to protect against oxidative stress, minerals like magnesium and zinc for cognitive function, omega 3s for brain cell structure, and proper hydration. Your brain is about 75% water. It's fueled by those natural sugars in fruits. When you're eating processed foods, even vegan processed foods or only cooked foods at high temperatures, you're missing out on a lot of what your brain needs. And that's why I teach a raw inspired lifestyle. We're keeping the maximum amount of raw foods in your diet. And when you do heat food, we focus on minimal processing. For example, steaming or keeping temperatures lower, that kind of thing. We're not about huge restrictive rules. We're about focusing on what we're adding, flooding our body with as many raw nutrients as we can. So when we do have those other foods, it's not taking away all of our hydration. Raw foods provide maximum hydration. Fruits, vegetables are water rich, and that hydration is so important for brain function. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your cognitive function drops, your focus, your memory, your mental clarity, they all suffer. Raw foods contain living enzymes that help your body break down and absorb nutrients more efficiently. Raw foods give you nutrients in their most bioavailable form. The vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants are intact. They are ready for your body to use immediately. So when you go raw vegan and you're eating nutrient dense whole foods, fruits packed with antioxidants and those natural sugars for brain energy, leafy greens loaded with vitamins and minerals, and healthy fats from nuts and avocados, for example, for your brain structure, you're giving your brain exactly what it's been craving in the most absorbable, usable form. And when your brain finally has what it needs, that brain fog lifts, that lack of motivation disappears, the anxiety and depression that can even come from nutrient deficiencies start to leave you. And that's when the clarity, confidence, and creativity click in. Studies have shown diets rich in raw fruits and vegetables are linked to improved cognitive function, better mood regulation, reduced symptoms of depression and anxiety, and enhanced creativity and problem solving. There's actually research showing that certain nutrient deficiencies are directly connected to depression, brain fog, and lack of motivation. So when you start fueling your body with those raw, nutrient dense foods, that's when things shift. And that's why I teach a specific approach. I start with fruit, salads, and whole foods. And yes, the necessary supplementation, because I want to make sure you're getting everything your brain and body need to feel your absolute best so this lifestyle sticks. Because when you do it the right way, when you're properly nourished with raw living foods, you don't just feel better physically, you'll feel better mentally. You'll start thinking clearly. You feel confident in yourself. Your creativity flows. You have the energy and the drive to pursue things you've been putting off for years. And that is the hidden benefit nobody talks about. So let me ask you, if you've been on a raw vegan journey and you happen to be watching this, have you experienced this in your journey so far? Have you noticed that mental shift, that clarity, that confidence, that creative energy that you may not have had before? Or if you're a beginner, can you imagine what it would feel like to finally have the mental energy and focus to pursue the things you've been putting off? Leave me a comment and let me know. I read every single one and I genuinely want to hear your story. Now, if you're a beginner and you are watching this, I want to share this with you. Your journey might feel complicated right now. You might be overwhelmed by all the conflicting information out there about raw eating. But here's what I want you to know: it doesn't have to be complicated. When you learn the simple foundations I teach, fruit for lunch, salad for dinner, raw inspired whole food, plant based, you build a base, and from that base you can add to it. You don't have to jump into complicated recipes and fancy equipment, and not right away. That's actually how most people quit. You start simple. You let your body adjust. You let your brain start getting those nutrients it's been craving. You celebrate your wins with every raw or high raw meal you can have. And then, if you want to get creative like Muriel did, you can. But build that foundation first. So keep an open mind. Most of us said we'd never be vegan. We said we'd never go raw. And look what happens when you open your mind to the possibility that this could change your life in ways you never imagined. Oh, before I forget, remember in the beginning I said I had a gift for you? Here it is. Remember I mentioned how Muriel started sharing recipes in our community? Muriel and I partnered together to create something really special. We put together an ebook with 25 raw vegan recipes, all created and tested by Muriel in her own kitchen. I handled the tech end of it. So I took all of those recipes, all of those photos, and put it in this beautiful digital ebook that you can download. Each recipe has a beautiful photo that she took herself of the actual food, each ingredient clearly written out. And these are simple recipes, great for beginners, but they're not boring. They're creative and delicious meals. Muriel took the simple foundations I teach and built on them to create something truly amazing. Here's the thing: this was only going out to our Transformers VIP community, but we couldn't keep it to ourselves. Me and Muriel decided we want to share this with the world, and I'm so proud of her. So here's what we're doing. We're going to give you today this ebook absolutely free. So just click the link in the description, or if you want to drop a comment saying recipes, I'll link it right there for you in a reply. And if you're ready to simplify your raw vegan journey and see what these benefits could look like for you, the clarity, the confidence, the creativity, the transformation that goes beyond just physical health, I'd love to have you join me, Muriel, Michelle, Laurie, and others in the VIP club. Most people think raw vegan is hard, and hey, I've been there. But here's the truth: it only feels hard when you overcomplicate it. Let me show you the easy way. I give beginners simple meal plans and help them shift their mindset so it feels natural instead of forced, so you can finally feel healthy again and have fun getting there. You can get raw inspired. Inside the Amazing Transformers VIP Club, you'll get live coaching calls with me. You can ask me anything, daily motivation and psychology backed workshops, simple meal plans so you're never wondering what to eat, meal plans that are raw and raw inspired for those who want to be high raw. We have fun challenges to keep you engaged, an encouraging community that literally celebrates every win with you. And you get access to all of my courses, ebooks, beginner guides, and resources. So if you're ready to stop starting over and finally make this lifestyle stick, and I would love to work with you, go ahead and click the link in the description, and I'll see you on my next coaching call this Wednesday. And if you're new here, I'm Veganology JJ. I am your raw inspired vegan mindset coach and the author of the book, How I Went From Sad to Glad, my simple 4-step blueprint to transform your health, weight, and mindset to finally reach your goals with joy and ease. And you can buy my book, or I've linked it right here for you to listen to for free, the full version read by me in audiobook. And I'll see you in the next video.